Hi guys, good morning. Harish here.
Hi Harish. Hi Sushan. Congratulations.
Thank
Hi
you, Riddhi.
Shraddha. Hi guys, good morning. Harish here.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Akshay bhai, we can start. We are live on YouTube also. And all the presenters are also here. So,
Great. So, good morning, everyone. I feel really happy to see all of you joining here today. And this is the second session of our Fin Talks by EDI Alumni Association. And this is a Diwali special. And before I invite all these speakers, I have just a quick brief that although BSE started in 1875, but Muhurat trading as a thing started on BSE in 1957, and on NSE it started in 1992 itself. That is since the year of inception. And Muhurat trading is considered to be a very auspicious occasion where you can start to invest and trade. And every year, BSE and NSE keep the day of Diwali for Muhurat trading. That is for 1 hour from 6:15 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. You can invest and trade during that Muhurat trading session. So let's start this session. And so we have 4 panelists who are pro investors and pro traders who will be sharing the recommendation for stock picks for tomorrow, that is for Diwali. And they'll also be sharing their strategy, why you should pick it. And just before we begin this, I have a disclaimer that all the recommendations shared by the speakers are from their end. So please make your own discretion, make your own due diligence and research before investing. We are not responsible or liable for any kind of buying or selling or activity you are doing. So, Namit, may I start inviting people?
yes.
Yes. So on first, let's take Mr. Nitesh Desai, who is the MD and owner of Neelkant Investments.
Yeah, good morning all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So I have picked 2 stocks for this Diwali. I'll go one by one. My first pick is BSE Limited itself. As Akshay just mentioned earlier, it was started in 1875 and current market price is around 600. And it has given bonus 2 shares for 1. The IPO came in the year 2017. So it's almost 5 years since it has got listed. And since IPO, it has given 3x returns. So why I have picked BSE is BSE is one of the fastest stock exchange in the world. Secondly, its subsidiaries, it is a very cash-rich company and debt-free company. The subsidiaries are CDSL and ICCL. Both are profit-making. And one of the recent developments in the capital markets, SEBI has mandated to remove all the brokers' mandates, bank mandates, and instead of using those mandates, they have to use the ICCL services, Indian Clearing Corporation services. So all settlements would be done by ICCL only. So this mandate has resulted into many-fold transactions on the platform of ICCL. And recently, we have seen that BSE has opened an international exchange in GIFT City, Gujarat. So these are the pointers why I have selected BSE. And my second pick is DMart. Now, why DMart? Again, it is virtually debt-free company. The stock price is around 4,200. And the IPO came in the year 2017, March 2017. The IPO price was 300. And it got listed at the rate of 600. So within a week or 10 days, people made 2x returns on this. I was one of the fortunate or unfortunate who got the allotment. I sold them at 600 and then again bought back in the range of 1,000 to 1,500. Currently, it is 4,200. Now, DMart has very unique business model. It is one of the largest retail chains in India. And the business model is very robust. In terms of most of these DMart stores are company owned. And the founder is Mr. Radhakishan Damani, who is one of the veteran investor in India, and Rakesh Junjunwala revered him as his investment guru. So he started this in the year 2000, and in the last 22 years, DMart has opened around 294 stores in India. Now, when we compare this to Walmart, Walmart has almost more than 5,000 stores in US. And if we compare the markets in US, the population of US is almost 1/3 of India. So there is a lot of potential in retail chain in India. And I'm sure that DMart would be the largest beneficiary of taking the advantage of retail market. So these are my 2 picks for this Diwali.
Great, sir. So for the audience, I'll repeat again that Nitish sir's top picks are BSE Limited at current market price of 600 rupees, and second pick is DMart at current market price of 4,200 rupees. So thank you so much, sir, for sharing these 2 picks. So now let's move to Miss Priyanka Maheshwari. She is the partner at Midas Touch Wealth Managers. Priyanka, over to you.
Just a second, I'll have to share my screen. I'm not able to share my screen.
Nimit, please check. Nimit, please make Priyanka as co-host and let her share.
Huh?
Just a second. Nimit, if you are able to hear us, please make Priyanka as co-host and let her share the PPT. Nimit, you are on mute.
मैं co-host तो नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, but I have allowed sharing screens.
You can share screen, right?
It's not allowing in my.
So,
can we shift to the next one? I'll just.
Yeah, sure. So let me invite Mr. Amit Lakhani from Batch 8. He is the partner at Systems Hydraulics and a pro investor too. So, sir, I invite you over. Please take over. Amit sir, you are not audible. Amit sir, you are not audible to me, at least. Just a second. Amit sir, you are not audible if you can hear us. No, still not audible, sir.
Audible now?
Yes, perfect.
Just hold on. Huh? Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So first company what I am sharing for the Muhurat Trading is Motherson Sumi Wiring. So it is a part of Motherson Group, which is one of the oldest players in the automobile industry. And it started as an auto ancillary product manufacturing company in 1986 with joint venture with Sumitomo Wiring Systems Japan. And they are a full system solution providers to the OEMs in the wiring harness segment. And why I feel this company can do good in the, because recently they have demerged the wiring harness business with from the parent company. And why I feel the wiring harness business will do good, because be it conventional engine automobile or the electric, the wiring harness will go to each and every vehicle. So I feel this company has a good potential, and they have 23 manufacturing units and employee strength of over 40,000. And this is their recent financial highlights. So if you can see, the revenue is continuously growing. The EBITDA is also growing. 2020-21, due to COVID, there was a dip, and PAT is also growing, and the awards what they've got from the OEMs. And this is their chart from the date of demerger. So if you calculate from the first candle till the last, they've given around 35% returns since demerger, and the time period is around 7 months. So this is one stock, and again it is at a good means cheap valuation, not valuation but price, I can say. So it is under 100 rupees. So the small retailer also can go and have some of it. The second stock I would like to share is Polycab India. Again, almost all of us have heard the Polycab name. They are one of the biggest players in the wires and cables, and recently they also started the manufacturing, or maybe importing and selling the consumer electrical products. And this company also has 23 manufacturing facilities and a good network of the dealers and distributors. And this is their performance financial numbers from the last audited documents. So you can see that 5 years, the net sales, EBITDA, PAT, everything is growing. So financially, fundamentally, very good company, and one can accumulate. And this is again their chart and price since listing. So Polycab also has given around 310% return since listing in 3.5 years. And why I drawn two lines here is basically just to let you know that since September 21, it has been in an accumulation phase. So when it breaks this upper line, it can head towards new levels. So one can watch on that. And just one last slide, I'd like to just give an example of how long-term investing and holding a stock can generate a wealth. I'm sure a lot of us have seen this example, but this is just an example of Wipro. That if you had invested 10,000 rupees in Wipro shares in 1980, so right now the total number of shares what you would be having of Wipro is 2 crore 56 lakhs, and the value of that at the all-time high level of Wipro, that is 740 rupees, comes out to around 18,094 crores. And the right side table shows you the amount of dividend what they've given. So 101 crore dividend they've given. So this just to show that if you are planning for long term and if you are entering the equity market for the long term, you will always gain, provided the company is fundamentally sound and you are able to study that and invest in that. Thanks.
That was one of the very good suggestions. So the two top picks by Mr. Amit Lakhania. On first, we have Motherson Sumi, that is at current market price of 87.6. And the second was Polycab India Limited, that is current market price of 2655. And one of the very good examples for long-term investing was also shared. Thank you so much, Amit sir, for joining us. Now let's go to Priyanka. Priyanka is ready?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, sure.
So I have two picks for the Muhurat Trading, and both of them are purely technical. So one is ITC. We already know that they are the largest cigarette manufacturer in the country, and they have other diversified businesses too in FMCG, hotels, packaging, and paper, etc. So our reason for going for ITC is currently for a very long period of time, it was trading at 200 levels. And after that, it has just recently given a bounce, but it's very close to its recent intrinsic value. That is the one that we calculated on the basis of its current results. So it's coming between 211 to 266. So a company which has its intrinsic value and its current market price almost in a very near range. It's considered a good stock. Current result in Q2 was really great, and it was mainly driven by the commodity prices going up and cigarette sales, of course. But one major highlight from this current result was that revenue from hotels business has started to grow. It grew 81% year on year, which signals that, first of all, that the cash hemorrhaging, that is the black hole division of ITC, was its hotels business. And now that it has started generating cash, it is a good sign that the other divisions will be eased off. Another reason we have is it's a laggard in the FMCG industry. That is, all the FMCG stocks have gone to new life heights from the COVID lows after like in just a year or two. But ITC has been in the accumulation for so long that it has not even reached its all-time high. It just currently touched near those levels after the Q2 results. So it's quite a laggard. We can see this. This is the chart of Colgate Palmolive. It has grown phenomenally over the years. And this is the chart of Hindustan Unilever. If we go back to ITC, it has not yet created that kind of a pattern. And finally, on ITC, our technical target is around 430. That is, once it reaches its all-time high, in the short-term horizon, that is just 6 months, our technical target comes out to 430. And its current market price is 344. So any corrective movement in the stock, you can try to jump in on the opportunity. The second stock that I have is Zomato Limited. It's another controversial stock because it's really not fundamentally appropriate, but this is like a completely technical call again. So it's one of the leading food delivery startups, and as per our personal experience, even though it has like surged its delivery rates over time, I don't think that we have switched to any other application as of late. So it's earning quite well. One reason that we have is there are 2 back-to-back cricket events coming up. I don't know the names. I'm not that much into cricket, but I know that there are back-to-back events coming up. So food delivery sales is going to rise. That is one expectation. Second is there has been a large scale accumulation on the lower levels. Once you see that on the weekly or monthly charts, it shows that the major mutual funds are coming. That is, the large scale investors have started pouring their money in this stock. So when this level hits, it shows that the stock has reached its final bottom. And once it gives a breakout above the level of 72, there is a short-term target of 80 to 85 that it will achieve. But the fact that it has been in a range for so long, it could be that you could miss this opportunity if you're waiting for the breakout, because it could go in a gap up manner. That's all from my side.
Yes, so Ms. Priyanka Maheshwari suggested us two stocks. On first, we had ITC, that is current market price of 345 and the technical target of 430 rupees. And then we had Zomato Limited, that is current market price is 61.80 and target is 80 to 85. Thank you so much for suggesting us these stocks, Priyanka. And now let's get to Nimit. Nimit, please.
Yes. So please bear with me because I usually take long time to explain things. So this time I have selected two stocks. The one is the Bajaj Finance, which is a large cap company, and the second is Relaxo Footwear, which is a small mid cap company. So let me first tell you something about Bajaj Finance. It incorporated in 1987, got listed in 2007. It has been a pioneer in bringing zero cost EMI finance options in more than 50 categories. It is usually lending in consumer finance. The company has also added lending to SMEs and commercial and rural lending. With the current quarters, the quarter one financial year 23 latest data, it has assets under management of 2,04,1800 crore with a customer franchisee of 60.3 million active customers, out of which there are 33 million EMI card customers, which are digitally EMI card customers, which are there on the app. They have a presence of 3,700 locations all over the India except Jammu and Kashmir, and have 1,38,900 plus distribution points at mall and at other retail points. The previous financial year, they also partnered with DBS Bank and RBL Bank for the co-branded credit card, so to expand their loan book and credit book. So if you can see the Bajaj Finance P&L over the years, so I have taken a decadal performance here. You can see that it has improved from 2,163 in terms of operating revenue to 27,895. I'll give you all the CAGR returns and all in the next slides. But if I compare it to the industry, over the last 3 years, what we have seen is, in comparison to industry, it has increased its market share. You can see that in financial year 20, it had a market share that in terms of overall net sales done by the peers and the NBFCs combined together, it used to be 10.5%. Now it has shifted to 17.6%. So Bajaj Finance represents 17.16% of the share. So it has taken market share from its customers, and even not just market share, rather in terms of revenue, but also has increased profit after tax. You can see that in financial year 20, it was 20.15 and it has been 21.14 in the previous financial year 2022. So let me tell you the story. You can see the red line is the NPS. It was 7%, 5.5%, 2.20, then less than 1, and it has remained, the net NPS have remained below 1. So what they used to do in 2007, if you all can recall or recollect, they used to give Bajaj Finance cards, the EMI cards, only to salaried persons. So what they did at that time was that आप मेरे को अपना कार्ड पैन नंबर दे दो, मैं आपको एक एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म देता हूँ और उस पे आपका जो एक क्रेडिट लिमिट सेट होगा उससे आप ईएमआई ले सकते हो. सो दैट वाज द स्टोरी. तो क्या हुआ कि ड्यूरिंग फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2008 दे हैड 7% एनपीए, क्योंकि the markets at that time, the NPAs and other things was not that in good. There was crony capitalism and it was not that in a good scenario. So the customer, by the time they reached 1%, what they did was new entrants came. People who were charging higher, they remained with Bajaj Finance, and people who were charging lower interest rates. So the people who shifted to the lower interest rates were having low quality scores. तो आप ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट रेट भी चार्ज नहीं कर सकते, कम चार्ज करोगे तो बजाज फाइनेंस filtered out over a period of time, and in 10 years it is like a big data company with lots of data for the customers. Right now they are giving loans to SMEs. Right now they are giving two-wheeler loans. Right now they are giving to people who are having salaried. They are giving it to businessmen. So anyone, क्योंकि इतना सारा डेटा हो गया है कि आई नो एग्जैक्टली कि मेरा कस्टमर क्या है, कितनी रेंज में बाय करेगा, क्या बाय करेगा एंड कितने टाइम में वो इंटरेस्ट पे करेगा. सो कंसिडरिंग ऑल दैट they have NPAs less than 1% and revenues compounding year on year. So this is their omnipresent strategy. If you can look at this picture, Bajaj Finance Limited has two subsidiaries, that is Bajaj Housing Finance Limited and Bajaj Financial Securities Limited. So it entered into two markets separately with holding in subsidiaries that it has 100%. So you can see on the consumer side, it has almost 12 products. On the SME side, it has 5 products. On commercial, it has 7, rural 7. Deposits, they have 3 products. Payments, they have 3 products. They are accepting UPI. They are doing BBPS. They are taking PPI. And even Bajaj Housing Finance and Bajaj Financial Securities Limited are focusing on affordable housing markets. And Bajaj Financial Securities Limited is into stockbroking and mutual funds and trading account and all. So major focus right now is not onto the two subsidiaries, but on the standalone company, that is Bajaj Finance, that I have. So what is their strategy? So they have made a strategic tie-up with Cars24 for lending, because as you know that after COVID-19, the second-hand car market has grown up. They have started two-wheeler financing and are focusing of lending almost 3,500 two-wheelers for the Q2 in financial 23. They have 155 standalone gold loan branches, and they are expecting that it increases to 32 branches till next year. So they are competing with Muhurat Finance also. They have a QR code deployment at 18,000 branches for peer to merchant transactions and improve it to 1 lakh branches. So it is directly right now, if you look at QR code, peer to merchant transactions, that is you go to a stall or a lorry or anywhere, you are the maximum payment that is happening is from Paytm, because major QR code deployments are of Paytm. It accumulates 50% market share of the entire industry. So right now it is increasing. So as and when the QR codes are also utilized of Bajaj Finance, it will have more data. And while they will have more data, they will be even reduce their NPAs to below 0.5%. That is what I expect. So adding digital EMI cards. So I don't know how many of you use Bank of Baroda, but Bank of Baroda has an option in the BOB World application that I can have a digital debit card. So I don't need a physical card that we keep it in wallet. It is a number given to us based on our savings account, and you can do all the functions except doing POS transactions. So you can do all the functions of the debit card. The similar thing is happening in EMI cards, that is digital EMI cards, where currently 70,000 cards are deployed. So 70, even if more cards are deployed, the cost of making those cards will be substantially reduced as and when the digital cards will be given more. So currently their cost of funds, that is or we can say the cost of capital that they have is 6.64%. So if I talk about the previous year performance of the consolidated company, that is Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Housing Finance and Financial Securities, they have a home loan asset under management growth of 41% from previous year, loan against property growth of 33%, developer finance growth of 68%, lease rental discounting of 43%, and 30 million customers have a non-captive access to two-wheeler loans. So in previous slide, I told that there are 33 million customers who have EMI cards, out of which 30 million customers have non-captive access to two-wheeler loans. So if I wish to go and buy a two-wheeler and I choose to have it on Bajaj Finance card, 30 million customers can already do it without any paperwork. So now coming to financials, if you can see the revenues, I have distributed in 10 short period, mid period, and a decadal performance. So the revenues over the last year has increased 18.45%. The rest, that is 3 years, 7 years, and 10 years, are CAGR performance, that is compounded annual growth rate. If you can look at free cash flow, so it is the PAT, that profit after tax, that I have used in calculation, because the free cash flow thing is not there in this financial sector. So over the last year, they have increased their profit after tax by 60%. In 10 years period time, they have increased by 31% on a CAGR base. Then if you look at the Bajaj Finance Limited strong distribution network, as I was telling that they have 138 plus distribution network. Can you mute yourself? Thank you. As you can see that they have a strong consumer durable stores, and they have increased the overall distribution network from 97,000 to 138. So in overall, we can say that in a period of 3 to 4 years, they have added 41,000 distribution points all over the country. In terms of the second company, that is Relaxo Footwears. So it is focusing on low cost footwears, that is catering to the 80% of India. So all those people who are here in the panelist, or those who are the participants, do not contribute to the 80%, rather the rest of the remaining. So it has 60,000 touch points, that is retailers as well as the distributors. It has 8 manufacturing capacities with a production capacity of 10 lakh pairs per day. So remember, the Bata has production capacity of around 4 lakh pairs a day. Paragon has 4 lakh pairs a day. The competitor, that is Campus Active Footwear, it has almost 90,000 pairs a day. So in terms of production capacity, Relaxo is the highest. If you look at financial year, from financial year 20 to 22, so the number of pairs sold in financial year 20 were 17.9 crore pairs. In financial year 22, it is 17.5. So this year their performance has decreased. Even though the revenues has increased, their profit margins have been decreased to 8.5%. That is profit after tax or net profit margin, whatever you say. In this year, they added another 2.5 lakh, which constitutes of the 10 lakh pairs per day manufacturing capacity. and they made a 140 crore capex this year. So over the years, if you can see that from financial year 20 to 22, they have average realization per pair, they have increased. So people are showing brand loyalty and they are able to convert the same person, or they are able to take more by delivering the same from the same customer. So in terms of modes or in terms of competitive advantages, it has 82 trademarks, 10 copyrights, and 689 designs. So even if you do not understand where the Relaxo footwear stands, if you have mobile right now, what I can ask you is, you open Amazon or Flipkart or any other app that you use, you type Hawaii Chappal and you will find the low cost, the lowest prices of Relaxo footwear. So you will find it there. The second is the people, that is Bata or Crocs or any other peers which are there, would not be competing at such a low cost, because first that Relaxo has its economies of scale, because producing 10 lakh pairs or chappals during the per day gives you a definite advantage. The second is Bata is into premium segments. The Crocs won't be entering into this market because it is even premium than Bata. So the normal Crocs price that you look at in the market starts from somewhere around 1900. The normal clogs or the sandals that Relaxo Footwear gives, their price starts at around 374 rupees. So there is a vast difference. So I don't think any companies such which are giving into premium segment will be entering or competing with Relaxo. Plus, the growth factors which we see is the rising demand for closed footwear, and there is uncertainty that why its market or its revenue reduced in the particular year was because the price escalation that it had. So in margin impacts over the last year, it was not able to compound its earning per share, but rather it reduced it to 8.5%. The reason being the raw material prices increased by 25% due to war and other supply chain issues. So if you look at ethylene vinyl acetate, that composes of 62% of the raw material consumption, its price increased by 25%. There was a change in GST that was from 5% to 12%. So there was an increase in 7% without doing anything, a price in 7%. There were 2 COVID lockdowns and it impacted that. So over medium term, that is within 2 to 3 years, what I say is that there are risks that the exchange rate risk, as the value of the currency is going down, the cost, the dollars is increasing, and the material price might impact if the things don't settle down. If we have the same supply chain issues, or if we have the war going on, things might not settle and we might see prices of the raw material going down, and the margins either still may be impacted or they might be able to push it over to the customers. So what is the situation now? So the cost of the material consumed doubled from the previous year. Most of the cash flows that are used to maintain or the purchase were used to purchase or maintain the inventories. There is negative free cash flow in the current year or the previous year. Reason being the installment of a new plant worth 140 crores, which I mentioned in the previous slide. Now they have started exporting, and they are exporting around 100 crores revenues, which is contributing to 4% of the revenue. So it has certain advantages. wherein the closed footwear which are being sold more, such as shoes and sandals like Crocs, the price range that I mentioned earlier starts at 374, where the sandals constitute of 40%, shoes constitute of 60% of the total volumes that they generate. And they have tied up with major e-commerce stores where 11% revenue comes from e-commerce with average revenue realization of more than 500. So if you look at major financials, so majority of its revenue come from north, that is 50%, the rest from east and west, and 14% from south. So they are expanding the distribution network to west and south, and even opening more exclusive black brand outlets. Over the last year, that is from financial year 20, that is this data showcases the financial year 22. So revenues grew from 12 point to 12.5%. The gross profit increased by 6.6%, but the PAT and EPS decreased by 20%. The reason being that the raw material prices as well as the GST impact that it had. If you look at the return on the capital, that the total capital that is given out by the company, it is 19.6%, higher than most of its peer. Though, as I mentioned, the free cash flow is down by 120%. Reason being that it invested 140 crore rupees into capex and increased its total capacity to 10 lakh pairs per day. Over the 3-year period, it compounded at 5%. But if you look at the free cash flow over the last 3 years, so in this year, I have calculated the data from financial year 21 and the remaining years. So if you look at till data till financial year 21, you can see that it has compounded almost on a decadal basis of 243. So free cash flow compounding at 243%, or ROC compounding at ROCE being an average of 25%. So if I give you a simple explanation, if my cost of capital is 11%, if my ROCE is 25%, so the difference, if I keep around 30% aside, that is being distributed in dividends, the rest can be reinvested, as it has shown that it has installed, it has done capex. The rest, which is reinvested, can give you better returns, which showcases that the revenue growth has over the 9 years period has been 11.9% CAGR returns. But if you look at the share price returns, it is over the years of 9 years, it is 53%. So if you compare it with Nifty, Nifty is around 14 or max 14% on a CAGR basis. And if you look at Relaxo, it is 53%. The same goes with Bajaj Finance. If you look at Bajaj Finance, it is 52 or 53%. So that's it.
Yes, so I'll repeat again. The two stock picks suggested by Mr. Nimit Brahmata. On first, we have Bajaj Finance. That is the current market price is 7180. And the second one is Relaxo Footwears. The current market price is 969.80. And yes, this was the most detailed presentation of our session. And now, yes, first of all, I thank all the panelists who are here. Your presentation and your analysis and your strategies shared are going to help everyone who is present here. Thank you so much for giving your time and efforts for sharing this knowledge with us. So now I request Nimit to please open the session.
So for as of opening the session, we are ready to answer your questions if you have any. So just ask regarding the presentation or the companies we just said. So you can start asking questions if you have any.
Nimit, have you unmuted everyone?
Yes, I have. They can unmute themselves.
Yeah. If anyone would like to ask, please go ahead. Bhavya Mahendra has raised her hand. Please.
I'm with another panelist as well. So I think that this is a very casual, question, not related to the stocks which you had mentioned. So I had been investing in mutual funds and other things, but properly as Bhavya, I want to start investing from Muhurat Trading tomorrow. And I have been doing it through some other, my investors, like my consultants, but now I want to start my journey as an investor from tomorrow, Muhurat Trading. Is it a good thing to do, or how do I start? It's a very basic question that I wanted to talk.
So it's always good time to start investing at any given point of time. If you are thinking of long-term investing, if you are thinking like, say, I will stay invested for 5 to 10 years, you should not wait for a dip or a correction, because you might be losing that much compounding by waiting for correction or a dip.
Okay,
If
sure.
if anyone else would like to add anything, Priyanka, Amit sir, Nitish sir.
Yeah, this is Sushil.
Yes.
See, I have some different sort of experience in this Muhurat trading. Though I am doing this for a long time, but since 2 years, I am whatever stocks I am picking on Muhurat trading, including 2 stocks today mentioned by panelist, I am not getting anything out of that. It means I picked BSE last year, and it is, I think, on same page, though they have given bonus and all these things, or split something like that. But my experience was not good. But yeah, it means it is an auspicious event. So yes, if someone is doing for first time, definitely they have to start on that day. I think for them it is going to be really good. I have a question on Relaxo. See, this Relaxo, I have bought I think during COVID, and since then it has given good returns. But when I see it means little bit in depth manner, then it was on 1300. I think near about 1300 or something like that. And since then, the downfall has started. And I think I bought around 650 or 670, something like that. So if I see that time span, so the overall, it means in a matter of investment, I don't see any specific sort of increase in that particular stock. So what do you say about Relaxo? It is because earlier I was also thinking on the same page when it was increasing till 1300. So I thought, okay, now it has picked up and they are doing good job also. So it is now I have little bit confusion in Relaxo.
So the thing that happened in the last 2 years, that the COVID was there, we had 2 lockdowns. So while there was lockdown, only necessity products were being sold. So probably chappals and footwears was not considered as necessary, and they had a time that was shut down. The second is in financial year in January, the GST that was there, it increased from 5% to 12%. So there was a sudden 7% increase in the final price. As there was sudden increase in the final price, the Relaxo is catering to 80% of the India, where they are buying low cost chappals and all. So they cannot directly give the price increment to the customers. The second being the raw material prices increased by 25%. So even that impacted the margins of the Relaxo. So over a short period of time, let's say 1 or 2 years, you might get a good bargain in Relaxo. And if you stay invested for a 5 year, at least a 3 year period, you are going to get better returns, and price definitely getting beyond 1300.
But I think you have mentioned regarding their business in South and East. It means if I see in South portion, it means the Southern India. So a few local players are doing it is far better than what they are doing, like VKC and few other. It means the names I don't remember exactly. But when I travel there, so in this perspective, I see. No, because I don't go there for this perspective. But if you are in this particular business or you have some sort of interest in this, so definitely it is automatically your eyes goes there only कि कौन सी चीजें यहाँ पे ज्यादा चल रही हैं in the same segment. So वहां पे local players जो हैं वो काफी अच्छी presence रखते हैं. So now if they have their good presence, then don't you think it is very difficult for them, because North market they have captured, no doubt they are good and definitely they are going to be in a good spot. But South में specifically South कुछ कर पाना इनके लिए बहुत ज्यादा ये, because this 17 to 18 or 13 to 18% they are hanging since last 3-4 years, जिसमें से 2 साल चलिए निकाल दीजिए कोविड के. But still if they want to put their foot there, so the local players, those have all facilities there. It means they have all it means set up there, they have good it means appeal also there. तो क्या ये कर पाएंगे साउथ में? It means I have a serious doubt in that.
So that is, वही चीज हमको देखना है कि वो कर पाएंगे कि नहीं, क्योंकि नॉर्थ में कर लिया, वेस्ट और ईस्ट में अभी वो लोग कर रहे हैं, साउथ में उनका प्रेजेंस सबसे कम है. तो द सेम थिंग विच दे रेप्लिकेटेड इन नॉर्थ, वेस्ट एंड ईस्ट, whether they will be able to replicate in south. The 14% साउथ में से रेवेन्यूज आ रहा है, तो वो वेस्ट और ईस्ट में से बहुत कम नहीं है, अगर 4% का ही डिफरेंस है. सो इफ दे आर इंडिया की कंपनी में एक खासियत है कि वो लोग एवरी स्टेट टू स्टेट उनका थोड़ा स्ट्रैटेजी चेंज हो जाता है, और रीजन के वाइज भी पूरा स्ट्रैटेजी चेंज हो जाता है. As they are a mid-cap company, I think they will be able to adapt to the market conditions as well as the customer conditions that is there in South, as well as their ideology and according to the psychology of the consumers. They will be able to match or able to replicate the same model that they have used in North to the South.
I'd like to add on that. I just searched about its marketing strategy in the Southern India. So Laxo recognizes that it has a lot of competition over there and also the premium brands that are available. So they are actually not interested in expanding in the South. They are like not
yes
thinking to compete with those segments, because they know that Paragon and VKC, these were the two names that they have actually mentioned in their marketing strategy, that because of their presence, they are really not interested in going aggressively in the Southern area because they already have a lot of revenues coming in from the other segments.
And it is not just southern states, even east and west also. It means the percentage, if you go a little bit deep digging, if you're going to do it is in this their business strategies and the expansion what they are doing. Southern, तो I don't think there is any, yes, ये business है, luck है, हो सकता है वो कहीं कुछ ऐसा निकाल ले जाएं कि सदन में भी अच्छा कर लें. But as I mentioned, VKC and Paragon, and there are 2-3 other players also, name right now I don't remember, they are having a good hold actually. Why? This will be a long story if I'll start, ना, तो वो उसमें जाने का मतलब नहीं है, but and that is the main reason they are sticking on that only, that much percentage only, and they are putting more and more focus on north, because आप कहीं पे कोई बिजनेस अगर इंक्रीज कर लेते हैं अपना, तो वो क्या किसी शायर ने कहा था ना कि नजर नजर में उतरना कमाल होता है, नफस नफस में निखरना कमाल होता है, बुलंदियों पे पहुंचना कमाल नहीं यारों, बुलंदियों पे ठहरना कमाल होता है. So somehow you have captured that business. Now it is the more difficult thing to maintain that. तो अभी और जगहों पे स्ट्रेंथन करने के बजाय अपने आप को, I think they are focusing more and more on north only, ना. So at least because sometimes it is happened, बहुत सारे business houses में हमने देखा है कि आप जितना ज्यादा expand करने का प्रयास करते हैं, आप अपनी जमीन उतनी ज्यादा खोते जाते हैं. So I think they are not going to do this on the cost of their strongholds. So they are focusing more and more on north only. Yes, little bit east and west. South का तो it means long away they have left कि कोई फायदा नहीं है उतना ज्यादा प्रेशर वहां पे डालने पे. So but yes, it is good stock. But मेरे विचार से maybe who have analyzed this उनको ऐसा लगता हो. But मेरे विचार से ये इतनी जल्दी तो नहीं बहुत ज्यादा करने वाला है. But yes, if you are a long time investor, then definitely हो सकता है कल को कुछ हो ही जाए.
मैंने इसका अभी चार्ट देखा रिलैक्सो का, so it has definitely like gone down from its high, but अब ऐसा feeling है like if I look at all the indicators that it has started basing out कि अभी एक नीचे और एक dip आना बहुत मुश्किल है उसका. So weekly का if you actually observe charts, it could actually help you out. BSC Limited, I have been invested in BSC Limited, I think from 2019. It was like a no-brainer stock क्योंकि dividend बहुत अच्छा देता. And तब से I think 300 के level से उसने 1000 का run दिया है. तो आप अगर broader view देखोगे तो अगर इतना बड़ा run इतने छोटे time frame में कोई देता है तो there is a possibility कि वो आगे जाके थोड़ा accumulate हो जाए. तो instead of going for stocks जो already run up दिए हैं, go for the ones जो actually थोड़ा accumulate हो रहे हैं. Like ITC जो है वो इतने साल से accumulate हो रहा है कि अब वो पूरा फट के ऊपर गए.
But BSC is a different sort of stock now. It is actually no-brainer stock because in India it is 130-140 crore population, and people those have demat accounts that also increased in last 3-4 years. Otherwise, just only 2-3 crore demat accounts. Now in last 3-4 years, it is humongous. So now BSC or CDSL or if NSE is going to come, then these stocks are totally no-brainer stocks. Definitely you are going to get profit. It is 100%. If you are an investor, if you are a trader, then तो भगवान भी नहीं बता सकते कि आप फायदे में हैं कि नुकसान में हैं. But if you are an investor, then definitely you are going to be in a sweet spot. तो वो तो पूरा जॉनर ही अलग है. लेकिन अगर हम ये फुटवेयर्स की बात करें तो इट मींस डेफिनेटली एज यू टोल्ड ये ऊपर तो जाएंगे. अब इतना नीचे आने के बाद इट इज अराउंड 50 to 60% डाउन, 50% डाउन ये हो चुके हैं. तो वो तो उनको कवर करना है, आज नहीं तो कल वो तो करेंगे ही. लेकिन व्हाट माय क्वेश्चन इज और व्हाट माय ऑब्जर्वेशन इज दे आर गोइंग टू ट्रेवल इन दैट ओनली. वो उसी में ऊपर नीचे आते जाते रहेंगे बहुत लंबे समय तक. अब वो 1300 कब तोड़ेंगे वो भगवान जाने. तो वो 1300 पाना वही उनकी एक बहुत बड़ी ताकत होगी अगर वो वहां तक जा सके तो.
Yeah, like it's not the right time to cut your losses at this point क्योंकि अब ये ऊपर तो वापस जाने ही वाला है. But if you really don't believe in the stock, तो अपना analysis के हिसाब से you can actually decide to go for another one, but wait for your level to come.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So the session is open. Thank you, Sushil sir, for sharing those insights, and thank you to the panelists for sharing upon Relaxo and ITC and BSC. Now the session is open. If anyone else wants to ask question to our panelists, please unmute yourself. If not, then sure, may I invite Shraddha ma'am for the vote of thanks?
Yes. So thank you, everyone. I think it was really a wonderful, informative sessions by all the panelists. I think, Akshay, I just thought that because few have joined in between, so I'll just like to sum up with the panelist top picks. So as Nitesh has given BSC and DMart as a top picks, Amit has given Modern Sumi, Wiring India Limited and Polycab India Limited, Priyanka ITC and Zomato, and Nimit has given Bajaj Finance and Relaxo Footwear. So these are really a great tips. I'm sure that Diwali for all of us will going to shine. So thank you, and it's really a great initiative. I feel that since EDI Alumni Association is really taking up new initiatives, this is one of the best initiatives you guys have taken. Akshay, your efforts are really giving fruits today. So I believe such series of sessions, I think we can do in different so this we can more takeaway. As finance fintech we have taken, we can have the same way textile, we can have agriculture, we can have education, some similar series of sessions, though the audience might be very small, but it would be a niche audience for all of us, and there can be a great brainstorming possibilities there, which helps everyone to get a good takeaway and can create their own profile in a time to come. So look forward for such sessions. Nimit, thank you. Nitesh bhai, Priyanka and Amit. Thank you so much for taking so much of efforts and ensuring that such sessions can take up very effectively and gives good takeaway. Thank you very much.